Okay, I promised this a little while ago and I kind of forgot about it, so bear with me. I am going to make a sushi roll for you. Hopefully this will make it easier for you to do them at home. I like making them at home because I know what's in the ingredients. Okay, so we're gonna start with an actual sushi mat. It's just one of those bamboo things you can get at the dollar store. That's where I bought mine. And cover it in saran wrap, double it. Because this stuff gets sticky and the rice is actually really hard to get out of the little bamboo slats. So this just saves you some time in the long run. And then you don't end up with a stinky sushi mat either. Okay, so you're gonna take a sheet of nori. This particular brand is by Takao. It's this one here. It's called Yakinori Tokusen. I think I probably butchered that, so I apologize, but that's what I use. I also use the TNT brand a lot. So what you're gonna do is, you'll notice that they look different. One side is really shiny, the other side is dull with lines. So you're gonna put this down, the shiny side down, because that's gonna be the outside of your roll, because this looks prettier, right? So there's your mat. Now your rice that you're gonna use is arborio rice or sushi rice. So I made some rice, some arborio rice, and you make it just like regular white rice. So like if you use 1 cup of rice to 2 cups of water, boil it for about 20 minutes. Once it's cooled slightly, you add a little bit of gluten-free rice vinegar. I always get the Kikkoman rice vinegar, no gluten ingredients. It's just rice vinegar, water, that's it. There's no wheat added. So you're just gonna add, I don't know, if you're cooking 1 cup of rice, it comes to about 2 cups once you're done cooking it. So put about 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar in. You mix it all up and fan it while you're cooling it and stirring it. It just makes a nice sticky rice. Okay, what I'm gonna do then is we're gonna start with a spoonful of our rice and just plop it kind of down near the top. Spread it out a little, add a little bit more. You want to put enough rice on it for a thin layer up until about this point here. So about 1 inch away from the end. This makes the big rolls, not the little tiny ones that you get, but the bigger ones. Hang on here. So you're just gonna spread out your rice a little. If you want to make your roll smaller, that's cool too. Just leave a little extra space on the end. I know that these are supposed to be eaten in like 1 bite, so if you want to make smaller ones, that works. So what I do at this point, you'll notice that it's thicker in some sections. I have a little bowl here of water. And what I do is I just dip my fingers of both hands into the water, and then I use my hands to spread it out. So that way you get a nice full layer. You don't want to leave spots because you want a nice pretty roll. Because I don't care what anybody says, food tastes better when it looks good. So that's my thing. I like to make my food look pretty because it just tastes better in my mind. Maybe I'm crazy. So be it. All right, so we got a nice little layer here. I'm gonna leave a little bit of extra space than I normally do at the end. So at this point, you wanna put your fillings in. So these ones, I'm not doing any vegetables today. All I'm doing is crab because, silly me, I forgot to pick up a cucumber on my way home. So I have a bunch of these king crab sticks. This particular brand is Sequest. Oh, I ripped the label, unfortunately. So, Sequest, leg style, mini crab stick. And you'll notice that these particular ones are certified gluten-free by the Celiac Association of Canada. So some of them aren't. Obviously, they have wheat in them. These particular ones don't. So, okay, so what I do is I take that big crab stick and I slice it down the middle this way to make it a little thinner, because that's a really large piece in a roll of sushi. So I end up with a little piece about that thin. So I'm going to put that kind of near the top, because it's going to be in the first roll, and then the rest is going to be rolled around it, right? So it's not quite large enough for the whole thing, so I'm going to just cut another piece to fit to the end of the roll, and now I have a large piece. Something else that my son and I like to do is we make a sauce, a spicy. We like spicy everything. So this sauce is just mayonnaise and sriracha to whatever heat you like. And then I just add a little touch along the side, like so. And then we're gonna roll it. Practice, practice, practice. That's the best advice I can give you. This is the first time you do this. If you make a perfect roll the first time you do this, then you're a bloody genius. It's taken me a long time to get this right, and they still don't look perfect. So what you're gonna do first is you're gonna use your water that you have, and you're gonna go ahead and wet the edge here, because you want it to stick together, right? You want the seaweed to join up at the end and make a good seal. So you're gonna lift up the edge and use your thumbs underneath like this. And you're gonna kind of push over and seal. So you're touching this part to the bottom, or to the top of your roll here, to the top of your rice. So if you peel that back, you'll see a nice little roll. So you're gonna continue doing that in little sections, lifting your mat as you go. Roll it in, and you're gonna make it tight. You're gonna tighten it as you go. You wanna make sure that this roll is not too loose, because your rice won't stick together. So then you just keep packing it as you go, and just roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it. Keep rolling it, putting good pressure on it, right? And at the end, you unroll your mat to this beautiful sushi roll, and you can just lightly roll it to get a nice round piece. So when you pick it up, it looks like that. There's your ends. So what we're going to do is we're going to put that one aside, and we're going to cool it. I like to put it into the fridge for a little bit and cool them, so the rice gets, like, it sticks together. So we'll put that aside, and I'm going to make one more while I've got the video going, make it a little quicker, and show you one more time how we do this. So more rice. And usually that 1 cup of rice that you make with the 2 cups of water will be enough to make 3 large rolls like this. So it's a good amount of sushi. I mean, my son and I just absolutely love sushi. So we'll easily eat these 3 rolls just between the 2 of us. So again, we're gonna wet our fingers, spread out our rice. Okay, get our piece of fish in here. There's the other end of the other one. Get our sauce going. Normally I would mix cucumbers in here, or even julienne some carrots and some peppers. Wet our edge. There we go, and rolling. Like I said before, if you can get this right the first time, like, you're a master, honestly. It took me a long time to get to the point I'm at, and I'm still not at my best. I'm sure I could do better. I'm sure professional sushi makers look at my technique and go, oh my gosh, what is she doing? Okay, if your end doesn't seal, just just throw a little bit of extra water underneath it and it'll seal up. There you go. Oh, see this end here, you can see there's some fish sticking out. You should be able to just push that back in there, hopefully. This one's packed pretty tight, so it's not gonna go. So there's gonna be a chunk in here that doesn't have any fish. We'll give that one to Sam. All right, we got 2 sushi rolls. And just because you're still with me and I have a captive audience, I'm gonna go ahead and make my 3rd one on camera. So you're gonna get sick of all this demo. You're gonna wanna turn this off. Use up the rest of that rice. Ooh, that one might be a little full. We'll see. We'll see what we got. Yeah, it's pretty perfect actually. See, once you're done watching this tutorial, you're gonna wow your friends and family with your sushi making skills. Because really, it's not as hard as some people say it is. You're not gonna get professional looking sushi. I mean, mine aren't professional either, but you know what? They do the trick. And you can throw anything you want in these. I love to put avocado pieces in it because you just get this beautiful creamy texture and it's really quite wonderful. So we're gonna do this again. Okay, see if I can get this one to not stick out. Okay. Remember to put a little bit of extra water on there because last time it didn't stick so good. All right, last one. Here we go. And what do we have? Oh, look at that beauty. That's probably the nicest one. Nothing sticking out the ends except a little bit of rice. Nice. Excellent. So normally I let these cool before I cut them, but I want to show you what it looks like once it's cut. So let me get a sharp knife. Sometimes working with a wet knife works good, but whatever your preference is, as long as it's sharp, it should be okay. So here we go. So what you do is you're gonna kind of cut the end off first, because that's kind of the ugly piece, right? So you would display that one, this part up, kind of as a centerpiece if you're gonna put these on like a plate of some kind. So your next piece, you're gonna cut them about a little bit over 1/2 inch big, and then there's your sushi roll, just like that. Beautiful piece of sushi. You know, anybody who sees that is gonna marvel at your technique. It's really quite pretty. And when you add the different colors of vegetables in it, oh, it's just gorgeous. So that is your sushi roll. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, give me a comment, let me know. Let me know if you want to see something else, some other way of cooking, some other type of thing that you want to see cooked. And I'll do my best to make a video for you. So, all right, thanks for joining me. Ta-ta.